Alright. So boom, what's going on YouTube? It's your favorite YouTuber you just don't know yet, and we're back with another Q&A. So let's do the Q&A. So I can some Q's. Yeah. So first question comes from Andre Villena. Would you still recommend the VaporJet 7.0 despite the lack of durability? So we're starting off with some hot questions. To be honest, recommend in what sense? Because if we're talking, do I think they are the worst gloves ever because of their durability? No. Do I say go buy those gloves over other gloves because they're cheaper or more expensive? No, because they're not the cheapest gloves. So you wouldn't be getting the best bang for your buck because they're not the cheapest gloves. So in the sense of, if you find them for $50, there are certain other gloves that are better than them. Now, are there some gloves that are worse than them? Yes, that is also true. But to be honest, there are better gloves out there, so go with the better gloves. Next question from Jair the Bear 68. I play defensive end and defensive tackle. What would be the best gloves for my position? Again, as the next year comes around, I'm going to try to do more position-based things, but I feel like that's already kind of a niche that other people within the niche have taken, so I'm not really trying to like go all into that. But again, with D-line and D-tackles, to be honest, I don't know, I don't think y'all do this no more, but I've had D-linemen go into the trenches with damn weightlifting gloves. Yeah, don't wear weightlifting gloves because I'm here to tell y'all the best equipment to use. To be honest, is it super bads? Just get some D-tacs. I mean, I don't know. I don't wear weighted padded gloves like that, but that's the only one I can suggest. Yeah, that's all that I could give to you, my brother. So, I filmed this Q&A all the way through, and then the camera had some issues. You'll probably see some of it because like just the way that this is cutting, like I'm filming this part with the black shirt from a different day than the day that I have the rest of the Q&A filmed, because I'm not going to answer this. Pretty much there was a file in the middle of this Q&A session that got corrupted, so I have to answer certain questions over again. But I was going to do it the next day, but I still remember the questions, so I wanted to forget them a little bit in another day. So I did it a couple days later to give you guys more of an authentic reaction to the best I could, because I don't have any Oscars with me. I'm the greatest actor you've ever seen, you just don't know it yet. But yeah, so that's why we're here now. I am still a stinky YouTuber though. So let's get back into the questions. I don't even have my phone this time because it's on my computer, because everything's already done. Next question, let's just get into it, man. Next question from Jaden McNeely. How good are the gloves when they get dirty? Do they lose grip? As y'all see in the picture in the thumbnail, it is the G1s. Relating them back to relating, I guess, dirt and stick back to the, I'm blanking right now. I'm a little upset, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Yes, the grip kind of is the grip of really sticky gloves can get affected based on how sticky they are, because they get dirt on the stick, because that layer of dirt kind of gets between the ball and your hand and the grip, obviously. So I said something like that for what gloves did I just do? I'm just like blanking. No, yeah, I'm not tripping. The Phenoms. And again, the Phenoms have a really great initial stick, but they kind of lost grip because they were so sticky, and then the dirt got on them and they got stuck. With the G1s, the grip is not as strong as that initial stick with the Phenoms, and not to say that in a bad way, because they're not as sticky, so they don't get dirt stuck to them. I will say, when you use them and like you stop for a little bit, because like I say all the time, I rotate gloves. When I do put on the G1s again, they kind of lose, like you gotta like wake the stick up. And so what I mean by that, you gotta like spit on them, or you gotta use gel or any kind of thing that would get the grip going again, and then it's back up. Something to note, when you do get the G1s, they don't really regress overall, if that makes sense. You kind of just have to wake the grip up every once in a while, and they're kind of as good as new, to be honest. Next question from Romaine Sterling. How do I lace my cleat? I said this when I was filming before. For some reason, the Pro 360 video is like popping off again, which I appreciate y'all, and I appreciate all the new bodies coming in, so shout outs to y'all. Yeah, so how do you lace your cleats? When I wore these, I would double knot and then kind of just like pull, and you know how like it's like two just like long shoelaces? I would just pull that and then tuck that underneath the sleeve on top, because I didn't like the way when you tied them with like the bunny ears, it would get kind of bulky and like weird. Look like you got like a weird like bump, not to get into nothing weird, but yeah, it's like a nasty foot. And so I would just kind of double knot the laces and then tuck them in because they were there were still like two thin shoelaces, but at the same time they were so tight. So next question from Say31. How they fit? How do they fit? They fit fine. Yeah, the Pro 360s, the reason why I don't wear them anymore, they do fit well, but Nike typically caters towards more narrow feet and I have wider feet, so I have to wear something like my Under Armours, the Spotlights that I use, because those cater more towards wider feet, or maybe it's just because they break wider when you break them in, not so much Vapor Edge 360s. Next question from Braxton Kincaid. Kincaid? Next question from Braxton. You know where to find these suede Spotlights? Mine sadly started to go out and I'm trying to cop some used pairs or something. And I actually looked this up initially, so let's see again, because back then I still couldn't find anything. Under Armour. Yeah, it's fun. I think it's funny that these cleats are on GOAT now and you could like resell them for like $200, but you can't really find these cleats, to be honest. There's one website that has them, but they have them and they're like all out of stock, and I think they're just a third party. They just send you to other ones, but typically people are just flipping these cleats, to be honest, on eBay and Amazon and stuff. So I would say keep the cleats just to like have them, because they are kind of like a rare find. So I would say keep those, but stop using them before they get like super bad, and then just like save them, I guess. Next question from Naruto, the most mid top 3 anime out there. Just kidding, not really. Kind of, sort of. Shout out Zabuza. But next question from Naruto Uzumaki. I've had the Vapor Jets for 2 months now and I feel like the grip has run out. Does this happen to you? I had the opposite issue with my Vapor Jets and the grip was perfectly fine, but everything else around the glove started falling apart. So where my durability was lacking, my grip honestly stayed fine. That was like the only thing that stayed working with my gloves, which was why I couldn't put them like bottom tier. I don't know. I feel like these Vapor Jets that came out, these 7.0s, are just not really it. I think the 6.0s are just overall better, but yeah, my grip hasn't faded, but like I said, the stitching and there's holes in them, and I don't even use the gloves all that much. I did use them when I first got them, so maybe that was it, but there's still no excuse. I think this is the last question that I'm supposed to answer that was in the file that got corrupted. So if I miss any question, I apologize, and I'll double check this when the video comes out, and I'll throw your question back in. I got you. This next question that you're gonna see. This next question is from Thick Von 82. It feels like mine are sticky until they touch a ball and they instantly lose their grip. I think it might be dirt on them, but what can I do? So I guess I kind of answered this question in the other question, and in that previous question, you kind of have to, the grip is still there, but you have to get the dirt off. But in this thumbnail, if you guys saw the thumbnail, it was the grip boost, and honestly, I didn't have an issue with dirt getting stuck on them. When it comes to the DNAs, I think that the way the grip is set up, it doesn't even matter if they're sticky or not. Just the way that the octagon or the hexagon, whatever shape, is all over your hand kind of increases your grip overall, kind of like a Spider-Man feel, not just sticky, but you kind of get the little, y'all remember the little clip from the old one, and he had the little things coming out of his fingers? Something like that, I guess. Honestly, if your glove is losing its grip all the time, if you clean it and it's still an issue and it's always collecting dirt, you might just need a new pair and the stick might just be wearing off, to be honest. Yeah, like I said, I'll put the glove restore up in the top corners, whichever one it is, and you can try that. You can try, spitting on them, wiping them on the turf, wiping them on your body, wiping your gloves on a towel maybe. If none of that works and your glove still doesn't have the grip, it could just be the grip has been wearing off and it's time for you to get a new pair, to be honest. So, okay, the camera died again. I have to use my last battery and this one isn't even charged, so let's pray that we figure it out, and we have like a couple questions left and we'll try to knock this one out and the next one out, and then we're gonna talk real fast. Next question from OVKX Ling. Where you get the shorts from? And it is an old video. It is one of the first versus videos that we've ever made. And it's funny because I remember this video because I remember that my shorts kept rubbing together and they kept like making noises on the mic and it was pissing me off in post. But it was the PacSun Playboy shorts. It was one of the earlier ones, the ones that aren't cloth. They're like, I don't know the texture, but they like, if they rub together, they make, bro, just cue the video, man. Oh my gosh. But yeah, those were them. I got them from Pakistan like a while ago. But yeah, they're like swim trunks or something. Yeah, I appreciate y'all for sending in the questions, and I apologize for all the cuts. So hopefully all the frames are kind of similar or the same. I didn't move my tripod, so it should be the same. But I apologize if anything's off because I had to change the battery out 3 times. But I appreciate y'all for rocking with your boy. I'm out of here, man. If nobody's known, whoa, I messed up the. If nobody's told you yet, I know the show grind. Keep up the hard work. It's gonna pay off one day, man. And I will catch y'all on the next episode. Peace. And I apologize for the squeaky chair.